David Lee Roth said a great thing.
Mosey Bop.
Exactly. He said, I don't get all the girls I want. I get all the girls who want me. And that's how it is in showbiz. Like you don't get all the jobs you want. They pick you. And no matter what you think, no matter what level you're at, you're there with your hat in your hand. And that realization is difficult. I also was losing my hair. And that was, I know there were big jobs that went away because of that. And just, if I completely knew what happened, it wouldn't have happened. So I don't know. Things change.
I went to school with a really great young actor, and he was a spectacular actor, but he was going bald really early. Like he was, 19, 20 years old, like, losing it. And I hadn't seen him for a little while, and maybe like a year or something like that. And then I saw him, and he had a hairpiece, and he was like a 22, 23-year-old kid with a hairpiece, and it was tough to look at, for a number of things. It was the reality of like a hairpiece. I mean, how good can they actually look? But then also like, man, this really talented guy is getting looked over because of this reality that he's balding. It really sucked.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I there wasn't Sean Connery, I guess, was sort of a famous bald actor at the time, and Bruce Willis was still trying to
save
his hair, and Woody Harrelson. So those guys really hadn't. Ed Harris, I guess, was one, but he's really good. I'm not as good as Ed Harris. So, and he's astronaut handsome. So I don't know. It's a weird thing, and it's a visual medium first. So you want to see pretty people and dudes with nice hair, like John Hamm.
My son, a couple of months ago, he's 7 months now. I think when he was around 4 or 5 months, I was calling him Ed Harris because he had that. He had that Ed Harris scalp going, intense scalp, man.
They do that, yeah. My son had that too.